welcome to It's a Tweaky Road podcast where we talk about everything.
And nothing.
Okay. We have the professor here. We got Diana.
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 Sure.
Dianita,
Diana,
yeah.
that works.
Diana. But
And Vanguard. Yeah.
Vanguard.
So, yep, that's me. So, I guess we'll. What have you guys been up to so far? Like, how have your weeks been?
Oh, weeks.
Yeah.
Oh, for now it's
it actually
weekend,
just
right?
turned into July.
Turned into July.
It just turned into July.
Yeah, it's
Just like a
so 4th of July coming, right?
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, the weekends.
You guys
Yeah.
happy about that? 4th of July?
Do you really care about this shit?
No.
How about you? Tu
Is there,
patrioto?
food, is there food involved?
Patriot? Oh, it's not the food.
Am I getting
so,
food?
yeah.
No, I'm a
If there's
patriot.
Yeah.
yes.
So nobody care about that.
I'm a patriotic American. I used to watch.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes, of course. But is there food?
No, it's meaning you already bring your life for the flag, for constitution and other
No, I
shit.
just like G.I.
No.
Joe, the cartoon.
What?
G.I. Joe? You never seen that? Yeah, I used to love that cartoon when I was younger. That's about it, though.
So what is meaning?
You never seen G.I. Joe? Like
Maybe I see that.
G.I. Joe.
Yeah, whatever
that
it is.
one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to watch that all the time. And I have a tank top with G.I. Joe on it.
It was your favorite cartoon?
Not my favorite. My favorite was, I had a lot of cartoons I liked. But they were all from like the 80s.
Okay, which cartoon changed your life?
Changed my life.
Yeah.
Wow,
Oh,
that's-
where to start?
That's a hard, yeah.
What?
Oh, there's this cartoon called Gargoyles on it was on Disney when I was a kid. It was like the
It
only
was penis everywhere, no?
yeah, sure. Because it was Disney. They had penises hidden in the things and sex.
What? What about you?
I didn't watch TV.
At all?
Not really.
The radio?
No.
The favorite VJ, DJ, whatever?
No.
Musica?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
what kind of music?
Yeah.
Biggie Smalls.
Oh, wherever.
And
When you've been the
Linkin
kid?
Park. Yes, as a kid.
Interesting. Biggie
Yeah.
Smalls.
Yeah.
Wow.
'cause
The what single?
Because as
What
I
single?
I grew up with my two older brothers, and they would, so my music inspirations and what I would listen to would be from them.
Juicy?
Yes.
Yeah, when I was younger, I used to have a Walkman, like a thing with the, and I used to listen to a Jay-Z all the time.
Walkman.
Yeah, well, CD player.
CD player.
Yeah.
I remember
Sonic,
CD
Sonic.
player.
I used to have
Yeah.
Tupac and Jay-Z all the time.
Jay-Z and
I had
Tupac?
2 CDs, yeah. Oh, and Damian Marley, you know him? I had that CD too.
You like reggae?
Huh?
Do you like reggae? Rasta life?
Rastafari.
Yes.
You like them? Would you ever get dreadlocks in your hair?
If I could.
You can do it. Justin
I
Bieber
would.
did it.
Just.
He had dreadlocks.
Yeah.
Remember?
Did he really?
But it's not safe from the house.
Yeah, he had dread- and then they got real mad at him. Said it was cultural appropriation.
What's preparation?
You
What
never
does
heard
that mean?
cultural?
Whatever.
What does that mean?
The idea that if you're not of the culture of something and you embody it, you're stealing their culture.
Yeah, for today, everybody just follow what they feeling.
Yeah.
If they feel like the different culture, so it's meaning if I feel myself like the Egyptian like 100 years ago, whatever it is, so I can be the pharaoh or whatever, because I feel myself like that.
You know, there are
Yes.
Yeah,
there's
which is not good
Why isn't that good?
because you have
It's fun.
your own culture. Even if you don't have your own culture, you have where you grow like around you, which was close, and I guess everybody should respect their culture wherever they grow, not the shame. Some people the shame
Yeah,
about
you're
their language, about their culture. No, just even if you don't like it, if you don't accept it, just respect. Just respect your parents or wherever.
Yeah, like I'm not that in touch like with my Jamaican heritage, but I know like the music. I like the food.
At least you know the food. Yeah.
Yeah.
At least you cook your food.
Yeah.
And a little later when you grow in America or in other culture, you still like other culture because it's close to you. It's okay, but don't forget who you are.
Yeah, just don't
Oh,
forget that.
of course, yeah.
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 But I think there's also some people that have like the curiosity on on other cultures.
Yeah, now I'm go. I feel myself like different culture, so let's me grab this shit. No, it's not work like that.
I mean, there are a bunch of there are a bunch of like black.
No, I
people.
hope when a little later those kind of people they gonna figure out they was wrong. It's okay. You can accept. You can follow other culture, but make like own, and if not respect your own one.
Wait, so do you feel like American, or do you feel more like your original culture?
Who me?
Yeah.
I don't remember where I was born.
So you're American?
American? No, I don't like the American culture.
No? So you don't like American culture?
No, I can say I don't like American culture because I like all the culture. They have a like positive thing, which is you can get it, and also the negative. So what I'm see around the people for today, they forget about the most of their. They used to grab like all the negative thing, which is from American culture, and also American nation is very great. They become today like okay if we start count since the 400 years ago by today it's really work. You can see around what you see is growing. For now maybe it's changed after 10 20 years, doesn't matter, but they have some history, which is the good history, bad history, doesn't matter. But for today people, I don't know, they grew up with themselves only the negative experience, which is not good.
I'm always talking with people about that. Like, they'll start talking about how bad America is, and then I say to them, would you want to live somewhere?
No, you can't say bad. You compare with what?
Yeah, because I say, like, my mom, she'll tell me stories about Jamaica and how much harder. Like, she told me that when she was growing up, because she lived on, like, a farm, they didn't have, like, any stove. They had, like, these cinder blocks, and then they had, like, a thing that they put on top of the cinder blocks. They light a fire, and that's how they cooked. They would cook like that. They didn't have no stove.
Which is make more tasty, no?
Yeah, I feel like it would be really well seasoned. Like seasoned.
Some people do say that. Those
like
stoves.
It's a different type of like taste, and it's just like it's a very cultural thing. Like just like cooking outside and like using the cinder blocks
they have to
and
do
stuff.
that outside.
There are.
This year, somebody of you there were in the camping. You been there camping?
Yes.
This year.
No.
Oh no, not this year. A few years ago.
A few years ago.
I tried cooking.
Where?
I tried making
Outside?
my own fire. I couldn't do it, so I cheated. I used a match.
That's what I mean. You see how here in America we have the luxury of not even having to think about that.
Yeah.
When she was a kid, they had to think about that stuff.
If zombie coming, how
I
are you
had to
gonna
think about it.
How are you gonna survive if zombie coming?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, I went like this. Oh, I tried, whatever, and it didn't work. You know how they have it in the movies and stuff. So then I went back to the car, found matches or a lighter, and then you just. That might be the first time I learned how to use a match.
Really?
I was hungry. Yeah, I don't know. I always got scared of using matches.
You've never used a match?
It took me a couple years.
Wow.
I learned maybe
Really?
like
I used to
3, 4 years ago.
I used to be obsessed with fire when I was a kid. I would use matches all the time just to
I
light
never
them.
would.
20. She's 20 years old.
Thank you.
So
I'm not.
when I was born, like
I'm also
17, 80 something.
Yeah,
So
okay.
whatever. When I was born, I don't know what is meaning the lighter or whatever. We use a match.
Oh, back in the 1800s?
Yeah. So we use
in
a
the
match.
18th century.
The 18th century. But
That's why it's America kind of the great.
yeah, so like look at Terry, right? How he says he doesn't like to eat meat. My mom told me that when she was young, they would have to break the freaking chicken's neck with but she had to do that. and gut them and all that stuff. She did that. Yep. She had to do. That's how you ate. You had to kill the animal yourself.
Yeah.
That's so sad.
It's not so sad. It's native.
Well, here in America, we walk into the grocery store. We got it there, done for us. We don't have to think about it. So we're disconnected from it.
So
No.
this morning we just got a.
Oh, the pork? Yeah, you see
Yeah.
how you had the pork nice and
Yes,
little sandwich?
it was delicious.
My mom, she would have had to take this
No.
thing, and it would have been squealing and begging, Yeah.
I like to not think about
You
these
never
things.
watched how they kill the animal?
I don't like. I don't like it.
Well, my mom didn't do pigs.
Because then I'll be sad. and I don't like being sad.
To Papa like the hunting? Hunt? No?
No?
You want to try?
I'll do it. I want to try it one day. Hunting.
Hunting?
I'm curious.
Hunting of the what? Butterflies?
Yeah, sure. I want to hunt, like, I want to learn to fire a gun and like maybe hunt deer or something.
I did actually shoot a gun,
Oh, I've never done that.
a shotgun and a handgun.
Oh, cool. Shotgun. I want to use a rifle.
Legally.
Yeah.
Legally, of course.
As soon as coming, no?
Huh?
It's coming. In New York, become the legal.
I doubt
Oh.
it. I highly doubt they're ever gonna make
I don't think it should.
that. Oh, you don't think you
It's,
should?
no, you shouldn't. It's
They're
we're too populated. Like
Yeah.
especially New York City.
The
Too many people.
really what I'm worried about, like which test I should have passed, or other people, doesn't matter who, which test they should have passed for make sure they they use it properly.
You know how to use it? I don't know, man. Cause people.
And what do you mean when you say properly?
Yeah.
What is for you use the gun properly?
Because I mean, people go and take the driving test and then they drive like idiots. So, like the stuff I see, a guy nearly killed me the other day just driving like an idiot. He was trying to cross the red, and he tried to
He was
cross the red
drunk?
light. No, he just was trying to cross the red light, and then he saw me and he stopped. And I was like, "What the hell's wrong with you?"
Another thing, today we're talking about the alcohol, so they can arrest you about alcohol, but if you do smoke the weed, it's
Oh, yeah.
okay.
Yeah, they do it on purpose now. They'll
Yeah.
just blow weed in your face on the
No,
train.
but the thing is,
Who?
no, I'm talking about drivers.
Oh,
I'm
so
talking about
rude.
drivers. I'm talking about drivers.
For having an open container in
Wait,
the vehicle.
They can arrest you.
You can, yeah.
Okay.
Even if
Oh,
you
yeah.
don't have, if you're not drinking, but if you have an open
Yeah.
container in the vehicle, you can get arrested, right?
Yeah.
No, not even just in the vehicle. If you're out on the street with an open container of alcohol, you can be arrested.
What
Yeah,
if you didn't
but
know?
you can blow that shit.
But
you know?
nobody cares. If you
Nobody.
smoke it, no one cares. But if you're drinking, because yeah,
So if cops stop you, like if you have a like really red eye, your eyes like burning, you really got a high, and they can make you test about the weed, and they just let you go, but you're not sober. So if something happen, you slow, you not make the.
Yeah, you're more prone to making mistakes. Your reaction time is slower.
And your mistake is cost somebody life.
It's
well,
possible.
people claim that they function better on weed.
It's also some kind of today American tolerance or whatever.
So, what did you guys like dream of being when you were kids? Like, you ever thought about that when you were a kid? Like, what you wanted to be when you grew up?
Yeah, I'm dreaming about legalize and smoke the.
Yeah. What about you, Diana or Diana?
Dianita, say.
Dianita. What did you dream about being when you were a kid?
I dreamt of being called by my name, which is Diana. It still hasn't come true yet.
No, never will.
Yeah, I don't think so. I really don't think so. What was your question? What was?
Like when you were a child, what did you dream of becoming when you grew up? Like, how did you see your future?
Oh, very differently. I thought I was a princess. I thought I would be a princess because my mom named me Diana, and after Princess Diana. They're almost 30 years later. It's still not happening, and
So you're
that's actually true. I really thought that would happen one day, and it didn't.
so,
I realized after a couple of years.
Oh, you're a
As a child. Now, this is not like as an
Yeah.
adult. I really
Well,
didn't.
you can still become a princess. You can
It's a hard work.
It's a hard work, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go move to
I don't-
England.
I
you
don't
need
know,
to
man.
follow
It's
some rules.
it's cold over there, no? Isn't it cloudy?
Marry a prince.
But for today, like, royal family is different.
Yeah. Oh, you won't have
Yeah,
any
aren't
power. You won't have any power at all. But you can.
After when
put
the prince,
crown.
bring the girl, the queen got mad, you know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that sounds like a lot
Yeah,
of drama
anyway,
that
I'm
I
think
don't
she's
wanna be a
bitch,
part of.
but anyway, we're just
You
weird.
just called the queen a bitch.
She's look like bitch,
No,
no?
she's not. She's lizard.
Lesbian?
She's a lizard.
Lesbian?
Lizard.
Lizard?
The you know the
Reptiloid.
animal.
Reptiloid.
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 That's what she is.
Yeah.
You never heard that?
No, never.
Oh my god. She's a lizard in a human suit. Isn't it?
No,
Bro.
when you have enough experience, like man experience, when you look at the face or look how she acting or look at her man, you can figure out who's bitch who's not, you know?
Yeah. I mean, when I was a kid, I used to want to be a reporter because I used to read
Reporter?
a lot. Yeah, like you know Superman, because I read the Superman comic books. I wanted to be like Clark Kent when I grew up, and I used to put glasses on and look at myself in the mirror and imagine as if I wore glasses, and that's what I wanted to be when I was a kid. And then I went to college, and I actually studied journalism, and then I was gonna like try and do that, but then, you know, I started realizing that the news is fake, and that's when I stopped caring about journalism.
It's a ultra American stuff. I don't know.
Ultra American?
Yeah, he's ultra American.
Oh, Superman?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
He's white. Kent.
yeah.
Come on.
Kent. Clark Kent.
Clark Kent.
Clark Kent. Yeah.
The word, like the
Superman.
his costume, the match was the American flag,
Yeah.
right? The
Except
red,
for white.
the blue.
It doesn't have any white, but
He
mostly
is
matches.
though.
Yeah.
Oh, he's the white.
And also he has a stupid principles. Wherever so you have experience like the hero, and you see where you can save the life, but he make the weird decision because he's fucking principle, you know.
See, that's the thing that
Just-
I think
Just
about.
kill the Luther King and this not Luther King.
Lex
whatever.
Luthor.
Lex
No,
Luthor.
Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
Superman should travel back in
No,
time.
no.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, we're talking
is
about the Ultra Americans, and bring me to Luther King, you know.
See, that's
and
the
First July.
funny thing. That actually brings me back to thinking, like, you know, when you're a kid, you have this like simple view of how things should be. So like when you're a kid, Superman, you're like, no one should ever die, just like Superman, right? But then when you get older,
You're like, wait a minute.
you're like, wait, I guess some people, you know, because you're like, wait, like if a guy is shooting a bunch of people in a mall,
I'm not killed.
yeah, what do you do? How do you stop them, right? If Superman is like,
You-
oh, I can't take his life. I have to
Yes, he
save him.
can.
Well, if the Superman comic books, he would say he can't do it.
And now he become the gay.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, his son. Well, yes.
Wait,
But
hold on.
doesn't matter.
Superman has a kid?
Yeah. in the
Oh
comics,
my
he's a kid.
goodness.
And the kid is bisexual. Yeah.
I never knew that.
Yeah. What at what age do you think you let go of that childhood part of yourself? Like that section of your that childlike quality? When do you think it dies and you become an adult? Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I think I get what you're saying. I think that it doesn't fully die. Or at least you don't want that fully like childlike persona or like soul to fully die, because children have like this perspective of like innocence, and not in like a naive or like innocent way, but it's more of like you can do anything.
That is true.
And that a lot of the times as adults, you come across obstacles and you no longer want to go about challenges because life's hard.
Yeah.
So I think if we hold on to like that simple little like perspective of children, where it's like you can do anything that you want.
Yeah.
It gives a little bit of spark and ignition to like kind of just have an idea and run with it.
Yeah.
So when it dies, I think probably in like early adulthood, maybe like within the 20s.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I think it died
Maybe.
way before that. I think.
I
Like when I
think
was
it
like.
depends, yeah.
Yeah, when I was like 17, I think I started to become depressed and unhappy.
You're talking about Kennedy?
No. I said, you know, when you're a kid, you have that optimism, that hope. When does that go away? And when does it die? And I said, for me, at about like 17, I can remember.
When
losing-
girls say to you no?
No, not even. What
Your
happened
first
to me-
erection?
Sure. No. What happened to be the thing that made my hope just go away was people. I started to think people were all stupid and evil.
Everybody think like that.
Yeah, but then I grew out of it. I was like, oh my god.
You sure you grow out of that?
Yeah, I don't care about that kind of. I think that kind of is too simple.
Who?
There's good people and evil people. They both exist.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
I actually for a long time I thought I do still believe that there is good in everyone.
Mm-hmm.
It's maybe like a naive thing to think,
Just
but
like Superman. Yeah. Yeah.
That's how Americans grow.
plot twist.
Well,
Yeah, but I think that there is good in everyone. So sometimes I guess keeping your guard down, but you know what?
Yeah.
I lost my train of thought.
I guess.
But you know what I mean? Like kind of
Yeah.
seeing the good in people, even if they're in like difficult situations.
Yeah.
It's like there is a reason.
They just need the opportunity
People-
to show it.
Yeah, like people aren't. I don't think that people are evil. I think something happens. Like
Yeah.
there is a reason why. I don't know why, but there needs to be like guidance. You know, it's kind of like.
I mean, I think there's objective evil.
no, I'm thinking you're.
I think some people are just evil.
Okay, for me, I try to understand everybody. It doesn't matter. It's good, bad. So first one, you can make decision. Oh, he's doing good. Oh, the thing what he did is bad. It's bad for you. It's bad. It's good, bad for you. So maybe they understand what they're doing. Maybe not. So I guess if you think about them, not about yourself, think about them, the reason why they're doing and who they are, then you can understand why, you know.
Wait, so you think? Do you guys think some
like
of that?
like some of the guy, for example, have a like really problem with and a family problem, maybe with wife, maybe the girlfriend, and go out and like start arguing with his friend, but his friend never mind, and also he can talk about it as like, okay, let's say for today is just some close gay, you know, he really want to fuck his friend, but he can't talk about it. He always angry because he used to see him with girl, but he dream about he become the gay and be together, which is also make the angry. And the people who not look really nice, they're not good with themselves, how they look like, and they also angry. They doing the weird stuff too. And the people who are jealous, like why he deserve this and I don't deserve this, and they also start making the for you the bad thing, but for them it's just.
So I mean, do you think that level? You think like what happens is you start to get that level of awareness, and then that makes you more mean and angry? Like when you start to become aware of the world around you?
Just try to understand what's going on around you.
Yeah, but I'm saying as a
Yeah.
person, do you think becoming more aware is what makes you more cynical and more prone to do bad things to others because you're angry?
No, if you figure out, even if you're angry, you can do nothing with that because you can change this kind of people. Just leave them, you know. It's okay. It's okay.
I think the awareness, like, just being conscious and aware of, like kind of in a bigger picture kind of sense. I think it can go both ways into, like, someone being really angry and going forward with that, or being aware of it and saying, you know, this is not something that I would go about this way, but I understand. In a less attacking.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that was also part of becoming an adult for me.
Yeah.
Is I feel like the angry, like you're angry at everything. You go through that through like teenage.
Everybody angry.
Young adult,
This is
yeah.
how you go.
Yeah, young adult. That's like all that Nirvana music. Yeah, all that Nirvana music. You have that phase, then you grow out of it. Because when I became an adult, that's when I started doing what you said. I started to understand other people and realize, oh, these people act this way because of this. I do that to this day. That's why people will do stuff to me, and I will forget. I'll move on, and other people are like, hey, wait a minute, why do you still talk to that guy? Didn't he do this thing? And I was like, oh, I forgot about that.
No, but some of their the thing you can forgive.
Yeah, that's true.
Just don't let them play with yourself.
Yeah,
Don't
that's
let
my
be.
problem.
Yeah.
I'm still working on that part, trying to figure out when to draw the
If
line.
you let them do the one thing, they're gonna keep going, and
Like the preventing of someone taking advantage
Yeah.
yeah.
of of you, because that can very easily.
Avengers.
That's also part of becoming an adult, knowing when to draw the line.
Yeah.
So
you know, yeah, that's a big thing. Knowing when to draw
So
a line.
childhood die and like become the adult when you first time something really shake you, like when you come close to realistic life.
You know,
For somebody is coming the early, for somebody late, but something really can happen which is bring you for real life. So for me, I try to understand my teacher. He used to say, hey, you man, you start growing, don't think like everything gonna be soft smooth. So some of the day you is my teacher. I always, it was 100 years ago, but I still remember. He said, so one of the day you come to home after your school and you open your refrigerator and you figure out there's empty, and you're gonna say, hey, yo mom, why is empty? So and then somebody needs to explain to you why it's empty and what you need to do for you tomorrow. Okay, you need the food, you need to sleep, you need home, you need food. So don't think every time is gonna be for free. You need to work for that. As a man, and somebody needs to explain for girls. As soon as you become the mama, all the mama should care about the kids. It's how it's worked. But for today, everything is changed.
Yeah, now.
And that's why nobody bring them for realistic life, you know. And they think, oh, it's everything keep going the smooth, nothing gonna be changed. And for today, even the 30 years old, 40 years old, they still their child, you know. They don't have nothing.
That's exactly
empty
what I was gonna.
At all.
That's the funny thing, because like a lot of the time people say, oh, you should act like an adult, right? But then I don't know what the correct.
Not even an adult.
No, I'm saying they will say act like an adult, but then I don't know what that means because I meet adults and they act like children. So what is an adult and what is a child? Because I meet adults who act like idiots. They're some of the dumbest people I've ever met.
They dumbest for you.
Yeah, I guess. No, because like I've always thought, even as I was growing up, that children were smarter than adults. Like I would meet children and they would say things that were very interesting. I would meet adults and they would say some of the dumbest thing I ever heard. Yeah. So it's like, how do you know what an adult is supposed to be like if all the adults you meet are idiots?
Children, sometimes they haven't had their dreams crushed yet. They haven't been like told, like if they have an idea, that's honestly like it's probably a really good idea. Sometimes, eventually, I guess, like for example, a kid has an idea and it's like, oh, you know, if we do this, like, could this work? Which is probably like a pretty good idea to like research or just to find out about. I think sometimes like parents or anyone can like easily silence them. To be like, oh, stop being stupid, like stop asking stupid questions. You know, when you're the youngest, like for me, like for example, like I'm the youngest of 3 and I have 2 older brothers, much older. So when I would have like a curious question or something, my older brother would say, stop being stupid. And then years later, I'm realizing like as in school, I'm learning something and I remember having the exact same thought like over like 10, 12 years ago. And I never had that answered, but I was told that it was stupid. And so I think in early childhood, that end isn't like an end. Like they're curious, they're naturally curious. So whatever they learn, they'll pick up and just, there is no limit to like a possibility. Adults, we see limits often and we're cut off left and right. You're rejected and neglected left, like every place. You hear no more than you do yes. So
I guess another thing that brings back that, I guess that brings you out of that childhood thing into adulthood is being in like a dangerous situation, like an actual like mortal danger, where you start to recognize you can die. You know what I mean? Do you get what I'm saying?
No.
I mean, you don't know what I mean? Like
no,
being in a situation where you can die, You get what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
Have you ever been in a situation like that?
Every day. But when I was a child, never.
No, not when you're a child.
Yeah.
When you get older.
Older.
That situation.
Every
Yes.
day. When I
Makes
try
you-
to stand up, yeah.
Well, when was like the first time you could remember?
I'm really old, so for me, every move is dangerous.
But do you remember like the first moment never
He
dawned
is
on
so
you?
old that he cannot remember.
What about you?
Yeah, of
man?
course.
Do you remember that first moment that your mortality dawned on you?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, what was that?
I think I was like 23-ish at the time, 22, 23.
few
I
weeks ago.
thought I was. Thank you. I thought I was going to die, and I was I was genuinely afraid of my life ending, and I actually lost consciousness. Had tunnel vision, immediate sweating. My vision and hearing went blank, and I collapsed. I was then diagnosed with vasovagal syncope. I was rushed to the emergency room because they thought that something happened. I didn't eat or drink water or anything. It's a condition where under extreme stress or extreme fear of something, your body goes into a fight or flight response. My response was flight, which is which I guess, I don't know. At that point, it was just like collapse.
Yeah.
It was danger, and I guess my body just wanted to play dead. Blood pressure dropped drastically.
You used to play the Justin Bieber, right?
I think that's what triggered it.
Yeah, of course.
That's what triggered it.
Yeah.
Did you say
Yeah.
the devil?
Evil.
Not like cats though.
No, Garito. Last time,
Gatito, yeah,
Gatito.
very good.
Last time you call out because Gatito.
Yeah.
She has
Gatito.
some kind of allergy and still
Oh.
like that shit.
Yeah. So I'm allergic to cats.
Oh yeah, you told me that story about that. I remember one time you came and you were talking about how your allergies were acting up.
It was so bad.
Yeah, because you
I
were
couldn't
feeling
breathe.
cat. Oh Jesus.
I couldn't breathe.
I have allergy with nose sneezing, the eyes.
Well, like my throat was like closing. My throat was closing, and then I couldn't I had it sounded like I had whistled.
When you were touching the cat?
No, this was like hours later. I didn't know that there was a cat around.
Oh, okay.
And I was playing with a cat afterward.
McDonald's had an offer today. You can change one cat for 2 burgers.
I'll do it.
Give one cat for 2 burgers?
What?
Yeah.
Will they turn the
And
cat?
plus
Wait.
Sprite.
Will they turn the cat into the burgers? Like you can have a cat burger. Yeah, I'll try that. Sounds
Poor
good.
gatito.
But
Poor gatito.
I mean, I had a lot of experiences like that when I was a kid. When I was a kid growing up, I had a lot of near-death experiences.
Yes, for sure.
Because I was doing stupid
still-
things. Yeah, I would do dumb things and get
Nothing
hurt.
changed.
Yeah,
You
and then
keep going.
see, that's the thing. Well, I guess the reason that happened is I started getting obsessed with them. So when I got older, like when I was like a teenager and well into my early adulthood, I would frequently try and put myself into dangerous situations to feel that rush, that adrenaline rush again. So
Oh, that's dangerous.
I used to do it a lot, and then one time, something really bad happened, and yeah, it involved a knife, and I don't know, it was a situation where I would have died. It would have been the end, and then at that moment, I was like, nope, never doing that shit again.
Americano.
I was like,
Americano.
Yeah, I'm American. Yeah, I grew out of that.
No, last research they're showing like all the people. So as how old is now? Like for whatever. If you want to say like 6,000, you can say 6,000 years. If you want to say million, okay, take the million. Doesn't matter. But all the experience, we still carrying our instincts. It's never gone. We have our instincts. We need to eat. We need sex. We need something else. So last of the research, they showing, especially in America, the first instinct, which is going for the the kill. They need to kill somebody more than sex. So if other country first instinct is just like the sex,
So
for America is to kill people.
America just kill people. So do you think that's what's been happening recently?
It's a research.
You think recently that's why there've been spikes in
Spikes?
like in recent events? Like, you know what I'm trying?
Look at him.
Do you
You're really
think-
trying.
I am
You
so.
try
No,
hard.
I'm saying, do you think? That,
I
like,
think
you know,
a lot
you know-
sometimes. Yeah,
You think you do?
You think?
maybe.
You think?
I guess.
I think.
No, but I was saying, like,
Very
do you,
good.
do you think like the reason Americans like guns so much, and like, well, like,
The reason is Justin Bieber.
oh, let me finish. I was gonna say, because like how they'll be like gun enthusiasts. They'll have all kinds of guns and they collect and they have bullets. Do you think that's that instinct?
No, of course,
wanting
no.
To kill.
No,
inside
no,
of
no.
them?
No.
But what I'm saying is, do you think that lack of effort has made it so that we have to have the crazy things so that we can? You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I understand.
Like, do you think we
Keep trying.
do that?
Yeah.
We do that crazy stuff.
You see, it's hard work.
Hard
We
work.
do that. What?
Hard work.
Yeah, of course.
I work very hard.
He really tried to explain me some
Yes.
question,
He works very hard.
Look, he's swallowing.
Yeah, I mean, there's something I wanted.
Keep trying.
If it's one thing Gio does,
It's try.
it's
right?
try.
Yeah.
My opinion not matter nothing. Just you can see everything what's going on around you, and then make your. Everybody have their own. For somebody it's normal. A lot of the weird thing, which was for me like few years ago, for today it's become
That's
the normal.
what I'm saying. Like, do you think as we get further, things will get weirder and weirder?
Yeah, of course, 100%.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you really wait for. You know my opinion about that shit.
Yeah. See, like I guess that leans into the whole gun.
I'm just kind of guessing where we're going. Like for today, a lot of the weird thing is like today is normal. Okay, but how about the 10 years later?
Well,
What become the normal?
More weird.
So like,
Yeah. So they just legalize. And what is later? If I go to church, I can have some kid for.
so you think that lack of a baseline, that sort of desire?
No red line anymore. Nothing. You can do everything you want. No.
Absolutely. Do you think that's part of why kids will, like, let's say, do the things they do, like the recent events, like the like the things they've done now, like with weapons?
The
guns,
really,
that kind of
the
thing?
really, nobody wants to talk about like everything what we used to see now is happened before.
Even
But
in
there's everything.
in terms of the gun control stuff.
The gun controls, okay. If you want to talk about gun before we have other stuff, like the
Yeah, but in terms of, like, let's say, like the mass events, like those kind of things. Do you think stuff like that was happening?
we have already this kind of experience,
Like, but like a long time ago. You think?
For you, it's long time ago.
Yeah. But for you,
But
it's-
how you see the timeline? Like if you count like just one life, come on, it's 70 years today. Before it was a 60, before it was a 50. It's a really short time for all the human experience. Why you don't want to use the like human experience? You have everything for that. So what is keep going today? We have already this experience. You can take this experience and just see what does bring for us.
So, when you were a kid, do you remember like things like what, like the mass shootings? Does that still happen when you were a child? Like, do you remember things like that?
Yeah, of course. But they for their politician stuff and the force some the stupid ideology, they bring they start to scare the people about the terrorism. They use this word no reason. So why you call it terrorism? What is this? Can you explain me? Oh, it's a massive okay, what about the other stuff? The other part of their world is happening every day. Maybe it has happened the worst. Why you want to talk about that? But if it's happened some downtown in some country. Oh, you call it terrorism. Oh, I'm sure this care about the word wherever I heard about it.
Wait, so would you say like in terms of the gun control thing, would you say it's like politicians are the one that really ramp it up and turn it into the issue that it is, or do you think it's an issue by itself?
Everything is
No,
a
I'm saying gun
attention game.
control specifically.
Yeah.
Do you think like by itself, is it like enough that we should worry about it, or is it more that the politicians turn it into something that we should worry about? Like, what do you think?
We
What do you?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, I see like a lot of what Aziz is saying, because like I thought about that a lot in like terms of like gun violence, right? My mom, when she would talk about gun violence, she's like in like Jamaica, she kind of grew up around that stuff. She saw it, like she'd see, she would see.
So sorry, so sorry.
Bless you. She told me stories about the police themselves in Jamaica, killing people and doing just murdering people, and like politicians working for politicians and killing people for politicians. She spoke about the gangs that would work for politicians. So to her, like gun violence, it's like it was bad, but it's not like the way Americans get so shocked about it. She's not as shocked because she knew people who had guns. She would see people with guns, and even when she got here in America, like now that because you made me remember, in the 1980s things were probably a lot worse, and that's when she was like growing up. When she was like young, it was the 1980s, and gun violence was terrible. Like she would see it all the time.
So it's meaning you understand what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And you can see what this bring for.
Yeah, because when you think about it, you're right. Things have gotten much better, but we act like it's gotten worse. Because like I'm thinking about it now, and there was a time in New York in the 1980s, if you're walking down Times Square, you get shot or killed very easily.
Chicago.
Now that stuff doesn't happen anymore. Or
You sure?
In Chicago, you can.
You sure it's not happening?
Chicago, yeah.
Maybe they not showing it in the news or somewhere.
In the Bronx, yes.
It's happening every day.
Bronx, Brooklyn.
Every day.
Manhattan,
But I'm saying that
often.
not as often as it once did.
So I spent my time in the Sunset Park.
Yeah.
So all the night when I go to smoke outside, I always heard the gunshot. But you can see nowhere. It's not meaning some guy just go outside, get a gun, and he shoot the area. No, it's really true. I heard it.
I mean, yeah. When I was a kid, one time I was by the window. I was like 15, and I was sitting there and I heard the sound like pop, 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 and I was like, what was that? I thought it was like firecrackers.
No.
And then the next day, I looked outside. It was morning, and the police had a car like covered with yellow tape. And I was like, oh my god, that means the guy at like close range, somebody went up and spam, bam, bam.
They don't want to talk about accident, the shooting. They don't want to talk about that.
So you think the focus is put on the mass events rather than the
If it's
normal
happened, okay. If shooting happened between the two bands, even the
yeah,
teenager
no one
bands,
cares.
nobody cares.
No one cares.
Nobody cares. The three teenagers just argue with the rap band, which is like this one or this one, or they fight about they fight about something, no reason, and they shoot each other. There's a teenagers, they kids, and there's
Right.
and nobody cares. You can see nowhere. It's not on the news. Who care about that?
No, you have a point.
I mean, also the news is, I believe, it's meant to kind of like reel in attention and reel in, like with headlines and stuff. It's
So
like
any weapon, if you understand, like it's an instrument. It was an instrument. So it's an instrument before we use for gather food.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, then a little later you use for
For defense from other humans.
and for fight for your freedom.
Yeah.
For kill for flag. For kill some rainbow.
And then,
for kill some symbol.
I think with some like
It's an instrument.
like with hunting, for example, I think you're not allowed to or there's some ways to hunt that if you shoot an animal or kill an animal with a specific gun or something, it actually it like explodes or something within, which is not good for then human consumption. I don't know if that makes sense. But it's like you know, like you said, like with using it as an instrument to kind of
of course.
go and attack. I just feel like then we would be eating like gunpowder.
But for today,
I feel like that's dangerous.
even with our experience, with all human experience, with all the people of the world experience, and do you really think for today they use a weapon for like the properly?
No, they use it for fun now. That's what they do now. They'll take their guns and set things up and shoot. They'll shoot it in the air. People do stuff like that.
Again, you keep showing the guns like
they use them as toys.
I'm talking about all the weapon and all
of it. Swords. Oh yeah, they do that too. Swords, arrows. It's all for fun now. No one uses it for
even the heavy
weapons. Yeah, they all use it for fun.
Nuclear weapons.
Oh dear.
Don't even get me started on that. But I mean, because like when you were talking about the whole, the idea of them using like certain shootings they don't pay attention to and other shootings they do, like there's like I feel like there might be a racial component, right? Wait. Because I was gonna say because like for example, right?
I don't care what you want to say.
These kids in the Bronx and Brooklyn, right?
Yeah, I care about them.
They're black.
Yeah.
They shoot each other all the time. They kill each other all the time.
Yeah, and nobody cares.
No one cares, but then when the school with the white kids get shot up, then everyone cares. That's what I was just thinking. Because a guy tried to bring a gun into my school like 3 times before, and it never appeared on the news. But if that was some white school,
it's normal for us. So some part of the New York, it's normal if the kid carried a gun in the school.
Yeah.
but if it's happened somewhere in the downtown,
then it becomes news. So it makes me wonder if there's a racial component.
Of course there is.
Yeah.
There's no way it wouldn't be.
Yeah, so it's like they don't care about the gun violence when it's in the Bronx, Brooklyn, Chicago, but they care when it's like in Newtown or something, like or some town in like.
With all the yuppies.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting.
No, really interesting thing. Like for today, we trust, like really we trust the weapon which can destroy all the world. We trust for some group of the people.
Yeah, we allow a certain elite group of people.
We let them make decisions.
That's a terrible idea.
They have access to nuclear weapons at any moment.
No, you, me, everybody just let them group of the people make decision. So for now, me, you, 3 of us, we can make any weird decision.
Unfortunately, Dianita had to leave us, so I'm stuck.
Not Dianita.
No, Diana, right?
Diana.
Yes.
Right.
Okay. I'm stuck with the mad professor for the time being, and we also have Alex to join us.
Hi. I'm Alex. I'm assistant of director of this podcast. And nice to meet you guys.
Yeah, me too. So, you sure it's not Diana?
No, it's Dianita. No, are you seeing that? Yeah, I mean, they both. No, Diana wasn't wearing her glasses. No, I don't think this is Diana.
Maybe it's her second sight.
Could be. Maybe it's because it could just be Diana in a new shirt.
New shirt? Yeah, it could be. Yeah. But, and with new tattoo.
Yeah, with tattoos. But I mean, touching on what you were talking about earlier about like certain people having the power and being trusted, like we trust cops to have weapons and that kind of thing, and soldiers to have weapons. Like, I've seen a lot of things saying that we should have teachers in the classes with weapons in case like a school shooting or something happens. And I don't know, like, do you guys think that would be like a good idea to have teachers with guns?
Actually, my opinion is like I don't believe to cops because in real life we have examples. Cops don't have a good background check because, like, if we back to Floyd happened, like this cop who killed him, he don't have a background check yet. He have a physical issues, mental issues, but nobody make a background check. Why? and this is police problem, right? It's I don't know, and
It's not.
same like for teachers.
Police problem is the way we still stuck to old the system for hiring people. You know, if for example, if I ask for your help, hire me some system, doesn't matter. The fire system, there's also fire system. I heard there's a lot of the things going on. They just the family. They just keep their people around them. I understand it's risky work risky work, and you really want to keep for your side like who can trust like your life, because it's at the same the cops. So they better if they hire who can trust their life. They work together. It's still the risky work. So for example, if I can trust you 100% my life, but you have you already have, but still, if you're psycho, I'm gonna hire you because I don't know him. So how I can trust him? How I can go to him patrol, but I don't know him? Sorry, I don't know him enough. But if you're psycho, you really ready put your life in a risk for cover my ass.
So like I mean, like if you were
So nothing wrong with the system, the hiring system for now. If you're not like bring the new system, which is work.
Well, I mean, back to like the hiring system for teachers.
Like this human, not the change.
But the hiring system for teachers, I don't know if that's like rigorous enough to then trust them with a gun.
So I guess they prefer this professional, or it's a no choice. Or like for now is better for me. Or like they become the teacher of the church, you know, because they like the kids.
Oh.
You never know.
It's still a good joke, yeah.
Yeah, but can they be trusted with guns? That's the question. Can you? It's like when I was in high school.
You can do nothing.
School,
it's
sorry.
not. It's
No,
not
but I
a
mean-
question about the trust and not trust.
Well, because like when I was in elementary school, like when we get in trouble, they sent us to like other classes to stay there for the day. And I remember one time I got sent to this other class, and the teacher forgot I was there, and then he started like whispering to himself and like cursing at himself. And then now imagining that guy with a gun, he probably would have killed some kids.
It's not okay.
Yes, it's like,
Yeah.
there are probably a lot of teachers like that who were so stressed.
Yeah, but from different side, you know this example, Beslan. You remember this? Back in Russia,
Islam.
Beslan, yeah, it's a school in North Ossetia. It's a Russian region, and terrorists come to school and get every teacher inside. And if teacher have a guns, it's maybe not happen.
If some psycho teacher got
Yes,
rid of
or maybe not teacher, but if we
you-
have a good guards in school,
Oh yeah,
security system,
who's
because
gonna put the life
no,
hurt
he's
themselves
right
like
because when
because security system here is not
the
working.
last school shootings, there was things that showed that the security wasn't doing their job. Like one security guard, when the shooting started, he went and hit.
Yeah, just example, I see funny video about if man have a ladder, he can come through wherever he need. Like he take ladder and go in some government building, and security just see, oh, you have a special like t-shirts with your firm logo, you have a ladder, it's mean you go work.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah.
No check, no ID check, nothing. Go work.
Yeah, two guys did that. They
Yeah.
put on the reflective.
Yeah.
Vest.
Take a big ladder and just come through.
They just
What
went
the
wherever
hell?
they wanted. No one stopped them. They went wherever.
Yeah,
and
and-
I just did that at the job I work. Every night I would walk in, and the security guard wasn't paying attention, and I'm supposed to scan my ID, but I wouldn't. And because I was trained as a security guard, I know that she's supposed to be watching.
Because it's fake security.
Yeah, so I could have I would thought to myself, I was like, what if I was some guy, right?
Okay, if
And
you're
I just went in there, like let's say I got a test and I didn't like the results, I just go in there and shoot a couple of people, and then
if you
It's so-
summary, if you make if you bring the one thing, so there is a gun, as like I told before, is just instrument, and who can use, and for and what they think for what the individually the person take for them, like the properly. For somebody properly use this instrument this way, or somebody use this instrument for other way. So do you really think even if you give it to them gun, they can use properly? For example, okay, some teacher have a gun, for example, right? He bring the Bislan, for example. So, okay, let's say some teacher have a gun. So, and there's class get attacked with other student. He can stop him. It's okay, because there's a kid, and you have a gun too. It's really easy to stop some kid. And also, I hope is as an adult man, he can do the right decision for stop the student.
Yeah.
But what if the group of the people make the attack the class? If he really, or she, doesn't matter, the teacher, if they really ready put themselves, their life on a dangerous for save the random student.
If
So
we
for-
take, for example, Bislan, teacher without guns do
The
the
Bislan
same.
is different thing.
Yes, but teachers the same.
No, it's
Teacher-
not the same.
How many teachers kill to try to save kids? A lot.
Yeah, but America is different.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
America worry about
Wasn't
they.
there, wasn't there the thing?
America is different, but teacher is teacher. Teacher
No,
chooses
teacher
this
isn't.
profession not because it's good money or something. It's my opinion, of course. But I think
But-
teacher
but
choose
you-
this way because he wanna be teacher.
No,
he wanna
you-
teach people. Kids,
Your
probably.
opinion become from the Russia system, and we talk about America. He's a different. Sorry.
Yeah, I know,
From
but
since the kindergarten, but by the college and the work, they teaching the Americans like the Tarzan. You know, you care about only your ass. That's it. You don't care about nobody. And ideology is like working. Okay, it's working like you work only for your body.
But I mean, there were teachers who tried to use themselves as like human shields.
So
And
what do you
some-
think? No, what do you think?
No,
Do
like
you
I'm
think
saying-
that really
No, yes, I'm saying.
teacher put them life
Some.
on the risk?
I'm saying some.
Some,
of them.
some. How many percent?
Some.
Come on.
I'm gonna be honest. I think it would be a small percentage.
Only you who have an experience from me and him.
Yeah,
Only
I'm
you
saying,
have
yeah,
an experience.
So I feel like from my experience over the years, some of them would, and I don't think it would be that much. So like if we had to split it in percentage, maybe like 30-40% of teachers might be willing
It's still
to.
a lot. It's still a lot.
Oh
So,
yeah,
okay.
but more of them probably would just run away and leave. But there would be some. Like I've had some teachers over the course of my.
But for me,
education
better
system,
idea is to make in every single school good
Even-
security
even
system.
if-
That, I agree with that. I agree with what Alex
Just
said.
couple
A
of
good
guys,
security
professionals,
Yeah.
who may be from military,
And the
wherever,
same-
who
even-
have a gun license, first of all,
Yeah,
who know what he did, like to save people,
yeah.
professionals.
And even in the mall, I feel like
Because
you
It's
teachers
expensive.
not
What professional
professionals.
guard gonna secure schools?
It's expensive.
the national,
Oh,
national-
yeah, this is real reason.
And who's gonna
Money.
pay for that?
Yeah,
Money.
The parents?
the
Okay,
national
but
guard.
I ask another question: who pay for this? What's price cost kids' life?
The parents pay for that. Parents really
Well, not
can handle
in
it.
Public
Public
education.
school.
Yeah, private education, the parents are literally paying for it, but public, it's a little-
We take one kids.
yeah.
How kids cost? Million,
I guess
5
it's
million,
priceless,
7 million. We don't know, right?
You would say it was priceless.
But we do everything for kids, right? It's future.
No, some countries they know.
Yeah, it's true.
But I mean, speaking of like the idea of whether the teachers have the mental fortitude or even the drive to do all that, protecting. In this city in general, right? over the course of the pandemic and all that stuff.
Last accident about the school driver, he drive on the 6 years old girl, 7 years old girl, and it's happened this year, and before that, some teenager girl. Again, the school driver. So you never know, protect who from who.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying, right? About the mental health of people in general in this city, like trusting people with weapons in general.
And the 21st century is keep going. So, and where's the government? What they focus on? They focus on the make the safe, make the safe the school for each student or kids. No, they don't care about that. They focus on the other things, which is bring the money.
Because
so,
education
and your
system
question,
is money.
and your question, how much the kids cost? For parents, it's they ready for spend all the money, but for government, forget about it.
Okay.
So like on that note, that's sort of like not caring. That's sort of like not caring about the people, not caring about each other. Can the people of this city like be trusted to just have weapons if they don't even care about their fellow man? You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you ask who pay for this, right? We are all. Because it's school safety. Today is really trendy. Be the child free, you know. Like, I'm gonna live for myself. I don't care. Yeah, I'm child free too, but I know kids is future. And if I don't
how many kids do you know?
Well, see, like this is
we have a lot of
this is the perfect dichotomy.
Because we all was kids, right? And when you back in school, you wanna have a professional guard with guns, or you wanna have nothing, just like now.
This is like the perfect example of that dichotomy, right? Because like in this city,
we can bring from other countries the children.
Well, I was gonna say,
there's no problem.
In this country, you'd have some people like Alex who have this hope and optimism to protect their fellow man, and then you have some people like what you're saying who only care about themselves. So like
not some people, most of them.
Yeah. So saying if you put guns in the normal everyday man's hand, how do you know who's gonna actually value other people's lives and not use the gun, and who's gonna just kill?
I try to say just one thing: you can control. You're gonna lose your control over.
Yeah, because like even like what I was saying earlier,
there's most of the crazy people in the New York.
When I used to do security, every day I would encounter people who were trying to steal. I would stop them from stealing, and then they would get angry, threaten to kill me, or try to fight me right there. Now, if they had a gun, how many times would they have just pulled the gun out and just shot me? And then, it's like you don't know. So like. In this city, would it be safe putting guns in people's hands when you don't know who's gonna?
I'm not really a follower for today music, but I heard the last month some rapper get a shot, a Lil Ark, whatever it is. Yeah. So for today, can you imagine they in the social media they posting the videos, whatever the stories, doesn't matter. I don't know how it's called. I'm not following the shit, but they posting they showing how they reach like how many cash they have, you know. So it's
all about hustle, right?
If I see them without guard on the street, do you really think I'm just sitting there with my gun? No, at least I'm gonna have something they watch, the roads or whatever. Yeah, of course, everybody should try to take.
Yeah, you don't know, because it's already dangerous when people don't have guns.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if they had them? Or like, could you trust the normal? Because even me, right? I can't say that if I had a gun, I wouldn't use it. Because I remember when my mom was like attacked by these people. I remember I was so angry, and I remember I said to my friends, we're going to go find them. That's how mad. And someone had to convince me not to do that. So now imagine if I had a gun. I probably would have went and looked for them.
Yeah. And now you're adult man, right? But back in the day when you're like pubertad, when your brain is crazy and you're angry.
I'm not sure most of the cops, they're going to change their career. You know, come on.
The fuck this job. What? Yeah. People can shoot me down. I quit.
Yeah, fuck this job.
Yeah, or you're gonna have cops and people just shooting at each other in the streets, just fighting.
The
each
Wild
other.
Wild West.
Yeah, Wild West.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God.
No, actually, Wild West. Like I'll tell you. I think
I
one
need to
of the
start
guns
this shooting
problem
school.
in US come from 1990s when all TV, all social media start romanticize violence. Every single TV show, film, fucking comedy or love story have a guns
Have a guns,
or kill
violence.
somebody,
Yeah.
and all generation grow up and look on TV and look, oh, it's normal, it's cool.
And it's funny because like I remember Aziz, professor, had talked about this before. I remember you were talking about how in the movies they make violence look so colorful and explosive, and you were talking about how like you would be watching Arnold Schwarzenegger and he gets shot and he's like, "Rah," and he keeps going. and then you were talking about how in real life you've seen it. And when someone gets shot, they're done.
It's
They're
not
done.
work.
Yeah.
They fall.
In the real life, it's different.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, we have this cartoonish view of what violence really
Yeah.
is.
I told with one OG guys from Flatbush,
Yeah.
and I asked like, what do you think about like violence in our days now? And he say like, back in 1960, where he was young, he was like real gangsta. He say people never shoot civilian people in time.
That was the rule.
If you have a conversation like I don't like you, right? I kill you, but I don't kill people who walk around or something, because these people not in game, right? It's game about me, you, and cops, right? It's how in the country work. But now, new generation who born on this film, it's normal. She shoot everybody. Look around. People don't care about people's life. If I wanna shoot you, I shoot everybody around you, right? Because I don't care.
Yeah, just spray.
It's no codex or nothing.
No codes.
Codex.
Yeah,
Yeah.
codes. Yeah, I mean, it's true. Because, yeah, I mean, because, like, I remember, like, when I was young, like, I watched a lot of that violent stuff, and I grew up with Arnold Schwarzenegger as my hero. Like, I still have a picture of him on my wall of his bodybuilding days. And, like, before, like, I really got into, like, actually engaging in violence, I guess. Like, my first fight was one of the first times that I really saw that you could really hurt somebody. And like just seeing their blood on me made me like go, wow, like this is not good. And then later when I started doing wrestling, you learn how to control that explosive power and like how to like engage in physical altercation without destroying the person, right? So then as you start to know what you can do, you don't want to engage in physical altercation anymore.
Because you know you are now have a more physical powers than
exactly.
kids.
Yeah. So it's like, what's the point, right? It's like you know you can beat this person, but is it worth it, right?
Yeah. Remember what tell Uncle Ben in Spider-Man?
Oh, with great power comes great responsibility.
Yes.
Uncle Ben's.
Yeah.
I think about Uncle Ben's.
Yeah, because I remember a few weeks ago, just months ago, I was at a party, like at a nightclub, and this guy was being like very, he was like harassing someone that was part of the group, and I don't know why I did this. I was talking to the guy, and I said, the person doesn't want to talk to you. It was a girl. I was like, the girl doesn't want to talk to you, just leave. I was like, it's fine, just leave. And I was trying to be nice, but then he started like getting aggressive. So I grabbed him and I went like this. I moved him over, and then he really got mad. And then in my head I was like, see, why did I do that? I shouldn't have moved him. And I knew I could hurt him, but I didn't. I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. So he worked on. But I mean, I feel like a lot of the reason why, like what you were talking about people being trained on violence,
Yeah.
stuff like that, and also over the course of the pandemic, people have been binge watching probably lots of like, even like if you thought the violence back then was crazy, Like if you go on Netflix or Amazon or Hulu, all they have is just violence, people's heads exploding, and people have been watching that over the course of the pandemic.
You give me
They
great
ready.
example.
Now they ready for kill. Now they ready for kill.
Yeah,
Let's
you
start.
give me great example. Just imagine a large Joker movie.
Yeah.
This movie about this, how people can be crazy.
Yeah.
Because people around him don't understand him. Just imagine what happened now after lockdown. Everybody started being a fucking Joker.
Yeah. 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 So like,
Because this guy was mad on another guy, right? But he...
I didn't watch this movie yet.
No? Oh,
Oh,
you
I
need
know.
this.
yeah, it's yeah.
Joaquin.
Joaquin
Joaquin.
Phoenix, yeah.
It involves bang bang.
Yeah.
That happens many times in the movie.
And yeah, this cinema show how people goes on this path,
Or
like
even
kill
like,
people, like
It's like Taxi Driver.
yeah,
Have you ever
how
seen that
people
one?
Robert
go
De Niro?
crazy.
Yeah, it's just like that. Yeah.
Because it's film about men lose a job
Mhm.
because this guy,
They're ready.
this guy,
They're
and
ready,
yeah.
If you put guns in their
Everybody
hands
get the
now-
training already.
Yes, if you put guns in their hands now, they're definitely. It's gonna be like the Purge. They're gonna be out in the street trying to kill everybody.
So let's see.
Yeah.
You ready for show?
What, me?
Yeah.
Oh, well, to defend myself? Yeah. I'm not gonna just walk around killing people, no. But if I had to defend myself, then
Yeah.
I have no choice.
Actually, like I love guns, but I love guns like engineering masterpiece.
Yeah.
I like how it works.
Oh, yeah, Winchester.
Yeah, it's
Or
it's
a Colt.
yeah. But for
Smith.
me,
Yeah.
if I can have a guns, I wanna have a on guns for in safe, and I can use guns only in shooting range, only for this, because this is make me happy when I shoot from cans or something, right? But
Have you
I
ever
don't wanna
tried-
take my guns with me every
So you
single
wouldn't,
second.
you wouldn't
No,
want to use it for defense.
no, just for fun.
Just
Try
for
it.
What?
Try it.
For defense?
Yeah.
Or just walking around with a gun?
Not walk around. Start from animal, from the rat on the
Oh, yeah,
on
would
the
you,
on the
would you
train.
use your gun for hunting?
I don't like hunting.
No?
No.
You can hunt in the rat on the
Same
on the
like
subway.
you know, like people do aero sport, like some.
Yeah.
It's the same,
Archery.
just for fun.
I mean, for me, I would say I would like because growing up in the Bronx, one of the reasons why I wanted a gun was for self-defense. Because where I grew up, it's like I was mostly safe only because I didn't go outside that much, and because a few of the guys in my neighborhood, they knew me, and because they knew me, they made sure I was okay. Like they'd just give me money for no reason, things like that. And I used to take the money till my mom told me that was dangerous. She's like, if you take money from these criminals, you get. So yeah. Okay, where I lived, it was very dangerous. Like people would get jumped for no reason all the time. Like I would see that happen in front of me. I remember I watched a basketball game. The guy lost the game, so he got mad, and he tried to fight the other guy, and the guy beat him up. So he went home, got a knife, and came back and tried to stab the guy. And I think, so like over the course of my life, I began thinking I should have a gun so that in case something happens, I can defend myself. So that's part of why I wanted a weapon, because I wanted to be able to protect myself from the crazy people who just want to hurt people for no reason.
Yeah. But now it's really more safety time
Yeah.
than first time when I come in US. It was 2005,
Yeah.
and when I was in Barclays Center, Atlantic Avenue. I remember how cops come to me and ask, "Yo, what you
Barclay
doing
go.
here? You can't be in here
Yeah.
because you can shoot." And after 8 p.m., all Barclays was closed because it was red zone. But now it's one of the safety zone in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Right?
Even my old neighborhood was a lot safer.
Yeah.
Like when I go there now, it's completely different than when I was young.
Problem for today. The really problem with kids. The back of the hip hop culture and other stuff. They don't even know what was in the real there. So
That is true.
they when they used to listen or hear about the stories about the war, Stone War, or wherever, they imagine different things. But in real life, it was a different thing.
Yeah.
So for them, it's kind of cool to be the gangster or wherever. Come on, you really can.
Yeah, romanticization
Romanticization.
of violence, right?
Yeah, they think being a gangster is like, even my sister.
What is gangster today? Is gangster today you just see some post and say, hey, yo, wait.
For example,
It's a gangster.
when I was kids, I grew up on black culture, 50 Cents, Bad Boys, everything. Like I love it. And when I realized, wow, 50 Cent have a lot of shoot and he alive,
cool.
he's
I
real
want to shoot
gangster.
too.
I want to be like 50 Cent. No, fuck, I don't want to be. I don't. I don't want to.
Yeah, whenever people say to me,
No, my time
"Are
is
you a
not.
gangster?" I'm like, "No, and I don't want to be a gangster."
Yeah.
I tell all the time, "I'm not a gangster. I'm a civilian." That's what I say.
My life
Civilian.
very important for me. I don't
Yeah.
want to be a
Yo,
gangster.
son, you talking bullshit. No, homie, what you talking?
No, you gotta say "shun." That's how they say it.
Shun.
Like, what's up, shun? That's how they talk. Whenever they talk like that,
Everything thing is cool, right?
yeah, like my sister's boyfriend.
Hustle?
That's what he is. But he's actually like a coward. Like, I remember one time I saw him in real life, and he wouldn't look me in the eye. Every time I looked at him, he kept looking away, and he's supposed to be gangster. I just found that so funny that he couldn't look at me. But yeah, I mean, overall, I think we covered a lot about the gun thing. I think we had a bunch of interesting perspectives on this.
You really think that?
Yeah, I mean, it's like we've covered that this is like a very nuanced and complex topic. So
You sure?
yeah, very complex, very nuanced. Or are you just fucking with me again?
Yeah.
Yeah. On that note, we can call it a day. We had a long discussion about gun culture, about gun control, and just remember to like and subscribe to the video, and subscribe to It's a Tweaky World on Instagram, and
Do you have Instagram?
Big finger up.
yeah,
Big finger.
we have an Instagram, yeah.
Yeah.
And subscribe to Vanguard Warriors True Value.
Oh, also we have a Twitter, no?
Yeah. Oh, we do have a Twitter, yeah.
Yeah,
Subscribe to us on Twitter, like all our posts.
Yeah. What do you have else? TikTok?
I'm not yet.
Not yet?
Not yet.
Oh, okay, make
And
some.
our off topic, remember, right? Human life is more important what we have.
Yeah.
Not today.
Not today.
No, we have a 9 million. Come on.
Yeah, we get more and more every day.
Oh yeah, it's same joke what we tell about China. It's like 1.5 billion, one more, one less. But no, yeah, it's
No,
real life, human life is more important. It's
Not
most
today.
important thing.
Today's true.
Yeah. Oh, are we done? Yeah. That's right.